Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to the Talk Room Bar Sport of the Calcio. Together with us we have Stefano Perna from the Scouting App, Sports Director of the Scouting App, and then we have the Editor-in-Chief Matteo Carnevale from the Calcio. Welcome guys, thanks for being here. And
Hi.
So today, well, you can see that Matteo is wearing like a wonderful jacket from AC Milan, even though I support Napoli, as you can see. And then we have Stefano supporting Napoli, and he has like a peculiar, to me, a peculiar jersey. This is jersey from 2010-11, right, Stefano?
Yes, right. It was one shirt I buy on a market online from Campagnaro. It was a match award from for Campagnaro from a match from Napoli.
Nice. So you have number 14 behind on the
Yes,
back of the
with
jersey.
the name and number. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Hugo Campagnaro, like him, love him. So today we are going to talk about Napoli-Milan. We're going to talk about the match. It's the big match of this coming Serie A week. And I will ask a couple of questions to the both of you guys. And yeah, if you can just tell us your opinion, what you think, and where Milan and Napoli can get this season. So I'm going to start with Matteo, if you guys are okay.
Okay, yeah.
And Matteo, talking about AC Milan on overall, where can the team arrive this season? Is it fair to dream about winning the championship, winning the Scudetto?
Wow, you start with an easy one, with an easy question. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of people who have started to talk about Milan having the possibility to win the Scudetto. I think it's a little too early to say that. I don't think we're gonna be able to keep the same momentum for the whole season. So, I mean, yeah, despite I'm an AC Milan supporter, I would say no, we're still not ready for that, but we're definitely up for a Champions League spot, and that would be the first time in 7 years.
That's gonna be interesting. It would be nice to have AC Milan after Napoli, of course. But to get back AC Milan in Champions League would be interesting and nice. Yeah. And what about you, Stefano? So what about Napoli? Where do you think Napoli can arrive this season? It's the bookmakers are talking about Napoli as a potential Scudetto winner. Do you agree with them? And what do you think?
I think it will be hard because so we have a lot of big competitors like Juventus and Inter, but we see every year we are here for a fight for win the Scudetto. Now it's the 10th season. We try to do it, and we see. Also, it will be the right season for us.
Okay, and okay. So when it comes to the both teams have a really interesting coach this season. Stefano Pioli for AC Milan, for example, and reading here and there on social media, also newspapers, everyone is saying basically that Pioli is doing great. However, there is Ibrahimovic behind. You know, there is like Ibrahimovic behind that. It is actually the main point, the key words, the pivotal point of AC Milan. Can you tell us more about Matteo?
Well, I mean, while you're asking the question, I was thinking about when Ibrahimovic came back to Milan back in January. We were very critical about that at the Cult of Calcio. It was like a very short-term move. He was not going to solve AC Milan's problem. But honestly, I would say we were quite wrong because, I mean, it's under everybody's eyes that he is basically pushing AC Milan by himself. So I believe there's a huge impact on the team from Ibrahimovic. More than Pioli, yeah, possibly. But I think Pioli is also doing a great job, honestly. What we need to understand is whether he's going to be able to, keep battling for a Champions League spot. Because so far, I mean, Pioli, he was a specialist in basically sorting up seasons that were not doing very well. So he almost never starts from the beginning of a season. He picks a team that is not doing very well, and he managed to save them or give them last spot in Europe. But he's never been battling for the top 2 or 3 positions, and that's what needs to be. That's what we need to verify about him.
And do you think he's a good coach when it comes to young player? AC Milan is one of the youngest team this season. How do you see like him developing the youth of AC Milan?
I think he's doing a good job, honestly. You think players like Rafael Leao, when he started last season, yeah, he didn't seem very on focus. He didn't seem to have the right mindset, but little by little, he's starting to get more confidence and more focus when he's on the pitch. I mean, again, people would say that that's also due to the influence of Ibrahimovic, but still, I mean, he cannot do it everything by himself. So I think he's proving to be a good coach even with young players, and AC Milan is relying a lot on young players this year. I think they have the youngest average age in the whole Serie A. I think the average age is like 23 years. So he's doing a good job with that also, no doubt.
Okay, I'm part of those people believing that Ibrahimovic is pushing up the team, but that's another story. Yeah. Let me switch to Gattuso. Gattuso, everyone knows that Gattuso is I mean, if I think about Gattuso, I honestly think about AC Milan. It comes automatically. It's like a kind of natural thinking. Now Gattuso is Napoli coach. Is doing pretty well, I would say. He already won a trophy. This season, he's basically switching a little bit both mentality and the actual module using. So when it comes to the modules, for example, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, what do you see in the 2 modules, Stefano, and how do you apply them? Are they right formation, the right modules for the team?
Yes, but starting from tomorrow, I'm sure he will play with the 4-3-3 because the big miss of Osimhen, for sure he will try to make it the old module of the last season, and probably he will play in the midfield with Elmas, Bakayoko, and Fabian Ruiz, because we have a problem with Zielinski. He's not on fit after the COVID, and probably he will play with the Macedonian young players. The 4-2-3-1, I think probably this is the best model we can check, because with Osimhen we can be able to go more deep in the profundity, and this is it's most important for us, because the last season we had a big problem with make goals. We missed a lot of chance last season, and now with Osimhen we change this kind of trend. So from tomorrow I am hopeful we can be able to continue the same trends of this season. We see.
Let's give me like the opportunity to talk about something else indeed. So you're saying like Osimhen is one of the big name missing from the match. We just had the national teams break, many injuries in Serie A, and not only Serie A, also in Europe. A lot of positive cases for COVID. Question to the both of you: how can this break, the national teams break, impact the match?
From Napoli, it was very hard, because after Osimhen, for me, his injuries, we lost also Isai and Rachmani from COVID, and also Spina. So it was a big problem for us. So we are lucky because we have a lot of players, a lot of competitive in each position. So in this way, we can also be able to don't miss a lot with these players. But with Osimhen, so it's hard.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What about you, Matteo? What do you think?
Well, from the AC Milan side, well, first thing I want to say, yes, Napoli is going to have quite a few problems because of what happened in the international break. Osimhen for sure is going to be a big miss. Personally, I'm not too sure about Ospina. I really like Meret. I really like Alex Meret. He's much more than a backup goalkeeper, honestly. So, and sometimes I wonder, okay, why is Gattuso continuing to prefer Ospina to him. But that's another story. When it comes to Milan, we got Rafael Leao. He will also not be of the match because he got injured with a Portuguese under 21 selection. But still, he's going to be replaced by Ante Rebic. And Rebic has not been a starter for quite some time, but let's not forget that he played a big part last season after the restart, after the post-lockdown restart in the Serie A. Rebic was in tip-top shape. He's been out due to an injury, but I mean, now that he's going to get another chance as a starter, I think he can make an impact. So I don't think AC Milan will have a lot of, he's having a lot of problems due to the international break. But yeah, many teams are not going to be happy about what happened in these past 2 weeks. And Napoli is one of them.
Yeah. Also, interesting point because when it comes to Napoli, Aurelio De Laurentiis in many times, many situations, as you know, he has basically why are we playing these friendly national teams? So it's COVID going on and everything. Maybe this is something that this time we could have avoided. But yeah, it's part of football. We have national teams, so you know, all the teams are going to be impacted somehow. So that way it's a big subject to discuss. Should they start, should they stop, should they continue national teams during each of the seasons? When it comes to the cities, actually, well, no one of us is actually in Italy, or no one in us is in Milano or in Napoli. What is your you know, your experience? How are you feeling the match coming? And I'm talking obviously about the 80s, many matches played there, but also like nowadays, how are the teams and what's the feeling?
Well, I can start probably because of the age. You mentioned the 80s, and actually in the 80s, it's when I start following football, and I was lucky enough to start following football when both AC Milan and Napoli were Scudetto contenders. They went really head-to-head in 2 occasions. One was in 1987-88 season. That's when AC Milan won. And then 2 years later, 1989-90, Napoli won the battle. So back in the days, I mean, Napoli, AC Milan was a huge battle. And this is probably the first time in a long time that they actually got a concrete chance of battling for the Scudetto. Again, if you ask me, probably none of them will be able to make it in the end. But seeing both of them fighting so high in the league table, it's refreshing in a way, right? Because we've been missing it for a long time, both AC Milan fans and Napoli fans.
But I don't know if you remember the last time when Milan win the Scudetto, also Napoli was in the fight until the end. Not until the last days, but we was in the fight until the last 5 match, I think, if I remember. In 2010. 2010-11.
The season of the jersey that you're wearing, right? What was that one?
Yeah, it's this season. I don't know if you remember this season when you win the last one.
Yeah.
We also was in this battle.
That was with Waldemar Zarri, Stefano?
Yes.
And
it was the first big year with Hamsik, Cavani and Lavezzi at the top.
Okay. And this is correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the wonderful match Napoli AC Milan where we got German Dennis scoring and also
no, in this season we lost the bottom match. It was at the Napoli
that's why
when
I don't remember
it was
that.
the great goal of Lavezzi. I don't know if you remember when he scored from the ground.
Oh yeah, when he did like oh yeah. I remember that. That was a crazy goal actually. That was a crazy score. Yeah. That is, I think that it's probably the last AC Milan, which is great AC Milan before. What do you think, Matteo?
I would say so. I mean, the following season we were also battling, I guess, until the very end with Juventus. But after that, yeah, we've been into like a few very disappointing seasons. Again, seven seasons without stepping our feet into the Champions League, never battling for the Scudetto. That's why I'm saying it's really refreshing for even the Serie A in the Italian football moment to see. And now I'm not talking only about AC Milan and Napoli, but also, I mean, Inter Milan, Sassuolo, on top of Juventus. There's a lot of teams that can really battle for the title this year, at least on paper and based on what we saw in these initial 8 games.
On that topic, I was reading this morning the bookmakers. Of course, Juventus is still, the team that seems to be the winning team. Then there is Inter, Napoli, and AC Milan. They are actually, the bookmakers are fighting who is going to be the third, who is going to be the fourth. Napoli has a little bit more, let's say, courage from the bookmakers. Say Napoli can make it towards AC Milan. I think it's just because Napoli in the last years, differently than AC Milan, has been, fighting for the championship.
We have a little bit more of experience in the last 10 years.
That, yeah. And so just going to the actual match. I'm gonna ask to Matteo, who is gonna be the man of the match from Napoli? Who do you think is gonna be
Napoli?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, man of the match for Napoli. I think it needs to be one of the defenders. So most likely Koulibaly.
Oh,
if they want to stop Ibra, he needs to be Koulibaly.
It needs to be Koulibaly.
Yeah.
What do you think, Stefano?
I think like every year, Donnarumma, it will be the best player of Milan against now.
All right.
That's interesting.
That's tradition.
That sounds a lot.
Tradition. Every year, always the same. So,
that's interesting. So if I, let me ask then, who is going to be Stefano, the man of the match for Napoli? And
I think hope Insigne can make the same performance he made with the national team. But if we see in this interesting match of a national team from the player of Naples, we had a lot of players on the top, like Fabian Ruiz. He made 3 assists against Germany. Also, Lozano make a great goal with Mexico. Also, Mertens he make a goal against England from free kick. So I think we arrive in a big condition in this match. So it will be hard to check one, but if I have to bet 1 cent, I think Insigne can be the top.
And Matteo, for you, who is going to be the man of the match of AC Milan?
From AC Milan, okay. Well, I'm going to tag along Stefano, saying that probably Donnarumma could be one. For some reason, he always seems to put up very good performances against Napoli. I remember.
Because it's a little derby for him. For this reason, because coming from one city near to Naples, and
exactly.
It's a derby.
I would add perhaps Theo Hernandez. I think attacking from one of the sides could be one of the key for AC Milan to get the better of Napoli.
Got it. Okay. I expected Mertens from one side and Ibrahimovic from the other side, but maybe that was too easy to answer. And do you believe in bad luck, guys?
So if you remember good, 3 years ago we lost a Scudetto from a great save of Donnarumma at the last second.
Yeah, I remember that.
We see.
I remember that. Unfortunately, I do.
Because that's what I was referring to, actually.
Yeah. Well, I remember he made like this crazy save was at the end of the match. For us, would have been going, some big and huge break towards Scudetto. But Donnarumma denied that.
Yeah, for sure. If we was able to win this match, probably we can arrive also after a strange match happen with Fiorentina in another condition.
Yeah, mental condition, for sure, indeed. Because I'm asking now, straightforward question, final score. Who is going to win now, or if it's going to be a winner?
I think Napoli. We go at home, we are in great condition. I think it can be up.
Nice. And Matteo?
Well, I am famous for making wrong predictions, actually, among my friends. So
Okay.
whatever I say, take that as a grain of salt. But I'm afraid Napoli is going to win. 2
Oh
nil
my God.
Napoli.
Oh my. Well, I hope you're right this
Take it as
time.
you want.
I really hope you're right this time. Okay. Um, guys, I think for today, for our bar sport talk room, it's everything. We will see each other next week with another game, another match of Serie A. And thanks, Matteo. Thanks, Stefano, for your time. And yeah, let's see you next week, guys.
Thanks, Guy, and enjoy the football weekend.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
All right. Bye, everyone.